Take 3. All body types. You're trying to build muscle, you're trying to lose fat, trying to maintain your overall health. We're here to teach you how to do that.
Roughly, for a beginner, somebody that's maybe worked out previously, played some sports,
In high school,
done some sort of,
much knowledge on how to work out.
right, we're gonna give you loose structure. This isn't for your person that's just starting to work out first time ever. If you're doing that, hit us up, whole different program. All right, someone that's worked out before, probably played sports, done some sort of Zumba class, workout,
Just listen to what the coach said.
right, that sort of stuff where you just really don't have a tight structure for things. All right, so when we kind of go into this, if you're a beginner trying to build muscle, this is how we're going to structure your basic workout plan, and we'll throw a PDF of this either at the end of the video or a link to download it somewhere. That way, in case this is hard for you guys to read, you can get it in a little bit better in more of a neat fashion.
Or even something you can go back and just look at why you like just sitting there trying to remember what the video was about.
Right. So we'll do that for you guys. But if you're trying to build muscle, we're going to have you in the gym 4 times a week. 4 of those days we're going to be doing weight training. 2 of those days we're going to be doing some cardio because we don't want to put on too much fat while we're trying to build muscle. So we're going to be doing a little bit of cardio, but it's not going to be very cardio heavy. When we're talking about exercises, we're going to be doing about 3 to 5 exercises per muscle group. Now, when we're doing this building muscle program, we're going to have you guys doing a muscle split. So it's going to be something like chest and triceps or back and biceps.
Legs.
Maybe have a full day for legs and then like a shoulder and core day.
Or core and cardio.
All right, and then after your weight training, you could do cardio. You can do cardio before or after, preferably after. That way your heart rate's a little bit lower during your exercises.
I mean, if you're a person that tends to like work out and then you're tired from your workout and you just like not gonna do cardio, if you know you're gonna be that person that's just like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Do your cardio before.
Right, yeah, do your cardio before you get it out of the way. You might just have to eat a little bit more calories. That way you can, build muscle. Because we want to make sure that when we're trying to build muscle, we're in a caloric surplus. But we'll go into the nutritional side of things and how those play into each one of these a little bit later. But to kind of get back to it, like I said, 3 to 5 exercises per muscle group. We're going to do 5 sets per muscle group and basically do 8 to 10 reps for each one of those sets. Now, because we're trying to build muscle, we want to keep our heart rate a little bit lower. That way we're not burning so many calories during our workout. So we're going to keep those rest periods a little bit longer, about 2 to 3 minutes. Also, that way your body has enough time to generate new ATP, kind of get your energy levels back up.
Keep your reps nice and quality.
Right, we're not throwing weights around in the gym. We're getting time under tension. Pick a weight when you're doing all these exercises that for your first set of whatever exercise it is that you're doing, you're gonna get 10 quality reps. That way, by the time you get to that 5th set for that exercise, you might be only getting 8 reps, maybe 7 or 6. And if you decided that you can only get 5 or 6 reps by your 5th set, you're going too heavy. So drop the weight down, keep it between the 8 to 10 rep range, especially if we're trying to build muscle. Okay. So
Next, if you're trying to lose fat, you're gonna be training 5 times a week to keep up with your diet. 4 weight training days and 5 cardio days. Obviously, one of these days you're gonna be just doing cardio and stretching in the gym. Keep your muscles nice and loosened up. Keep you from getting too sore. On exercises, we're gonna be doing 4 to 6 exercises for 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. So when I say 4 to 6 exercises, I mean 4 to 6 exercises per muscle. And we're gonna be resting between 60 to 90 seconds. So your heart rate stays up because we're trying to lose fat here, so we want our heart rate up. Not somebody trying to build muscle, we want the heart rate to be low all the time. We're trying to burn calories and burn fat while we're working out.
solid. Also, when we go into the nutrition side of things on here, we're gonna make sure that you guys are in a caloric deficit, which basically just means you're burning more calories on a daily basis than you are consuming. And obviously, when we're doing this, it's gotta be quality stuff. We'll go into that later.
All 4.
But if you're trying to maintain, maybe you just want to stay where you are. You don't want to get big. You don't want to lose a bunch of fat. You just kind of you're cool with where you are. I would suggest being in the gym 3 to 4 times a week. Each one of those days doing some sort of weight training and some sort of cardiovascular exercise. My personal suggestion with that is that we're doing an upper body day followed by a lower body day with maybe a rest day in between. The reason for that is if you're trying to maintain, you don't really want to be doing a muscle split, trying to target specific muscles, because that's just going to give you not the goal you're really looking for. But so when it comes to those exercises, when we're doing like upper body day, we're going to do 6 to 8 exercises total. That can be broken down between like 2 chest exercises, 2 back exercises, maybe a shoulder, and then a bicep and a tricep. Maybe even some core work in there too. Even maybe on an off day, you could throw in like a core day if you wanted to, or we could throw the core exercises in on the lower day one time, and then maybe the next time you do an upper body workout, once you get a little bit of rest in there, we'll throw the core in there. But we're going to keep the sets a little bit lower, 3 sets per exercise, 8 to 12 reps when we're getting in there. So we're still getting, the fatigue in the muscles, but we're not really overdoing it. And then when we're talking about the rest period between those sets, we want to keep, it to between 90 to 120 seconds. So we're not letting our body kind of calm down and keeping our heart rate low, but we're not keeping our heart rate crazy elevated like we would if we're trying to burn off fat. So we're kind of hitting that sweet spot right in the middle. That way we're not burning too many calories. So.
Like I said, I don't know if we said this in the beginning. If you're an athlete trying to figure out a workout plan, you can always DM us whenever.
Right.
We'll be glad to help you because we were both athletes in high school as well. So.
Yeah, you don't want to be, if you're an athlete, you don't want to be doing the same thing as if you're a wide receiver. You should not be doing the same workouts as your centers or
Because they're
linemen.
slow.
And I'm sure you guys probably get that. But it's never really.
I'm sorry if you were center, and I don't mean to say you're slow, but
Just
the
slow.
receivers are a little faster.
Yeah,
It was
I mean,
corners.
I'd hope so. Right. But like I said, just like Mike said here too, make sure that, when you're doing any of these 3 programs, you're also maintaining some sort of stretching routine before and after your workout. You want to stay loose, lower the risk of injury, and really just make sure that when you're doing any of these exercises, no matter what your goal is, keep things slow and controlled. Time under tension is more important than throwing a heavy weight up just because the dude next to you is doing it.
Right.
It's not worth it.
We was in here repping 135, and then there was some dude beside us benching 315 for reps.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
I'm over here like,
It don't matter. Everybody has the same goal. It don't matter how much weight's on the bar.
right.
Quality, not quantity, or a big number.
If you guys ever want some new workouts or you guys need some more tips, I'm probably gonna be the most responsive on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Got those notifications coming in
Right.
all the time.
We're always posting videos, little Instagram stories of different workouts that we're doing in the gym. I mean, he's got 20K plus followers. So, like tonight, we're gonna post our whole workout that we did about an hour ago.
Yeah. And just keep in mind though too, you guys, like when we see some of the stuff that we're posting, keep in mind I've been working out for
Years.
5 years now. So I can literally go into the gym and have no structure of what I'm gonna do and figure something out on the spot.
Yeah.
So don't necessarily jump right into the exact workouts I'm doing. Feel free,
Yeah. Try it.
just be a little cautious. Just know that if you're beginning out, it might not be something you want to do. Some of the movements are a little complicated, especially if you don't have a lot of muscle on your body. Some of these movements are going to be worse for you than they are beneficial for you. So just keep that in mind.
Our muscle fatigue and our muscle stamina is way higher than somebody else that's just starting. When I started working out, I did like 1 to 2 sets, and I was literally like got the biggest pump ever, and I was done. I couldn't do no more. I was doing the bar. You know what I'm saying?
Right, for real.
So there's a big difference in the muscle stamina, ATP, and stuff like that.
Yeah. So if this is something that seems like it's a little bit too much for you, dial it back. Don't feel bad. Don't feel like you're not living up to your full potential. I started out just as slow as Mike did, and we can always put something together if you're just getting started. It's new to you, and one big thing is that we want to make sure this is enjoyable. I work with clients on a daily basis at my job at OsteoStrong, and one thing I can tell you right now is if it's not enjoyable, you're not having a good time, you're not going to come back to the gym.
Right.
It's just facts.
Right. So So yeah, like take it slow. You're gonna be sore. No matter what you do your first day of the gym, no matter how easy you take it, you're gonna be sore because you're picking up weights. Even just picking them up off the ground, your triceps are gonna be sore. Literally, so just expect to be sore, but that's why we stretch. Because if you don't stretch, you're gonna be more sore than you would if you did stretch. So make sure you're stretching. It's super important, especially for muscle growth. Just stretch, you know what I'm saying? Really.
Just make sure that like you super loose. But yeah, that's about it. So we're gonna wrap up, you know, the main overview of how you structure a workout program depending on your goal. We're gonna get more into the nutritional side of things and get more in depth on exactly what these workouts would look like if you are a beginner.
Yep.
So we'll do some exercise videos here soon, probably.
Yep. Follow us on Instagram. Like I said, we're always posting stuff. And we're always free, like, to hit you back if you have any questions ever. That's it, though. We out of here. What's that dude's name?
Darth Vader.
Is it Darth Vader?
Yeah, it's Darth Vader. Yeah, it's Darth Vader for sure.
Fuck, I ain't gonna say shit about that. Anyways, we out of here.